I forgot to change Twitch. Oops. It still says Mega Man 3. And that's a problem. Give me a second, guys, and then we'll start up this neat little game. Well, I hope it's neat. I've never played it. Besides, like, the first, 5 minutes to see if it worked. So... I don't want to hear me. I hate me. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god. For once, my internet's not complete shit after hitting stream. That probably won't last, but hey, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And that's weird. Getting, static out of my headphones. That's, really annoying. Why is it doing that? Okay. Fix that freaking up. Also, I realized I never even, I'm just a mess, man. I swear to God, guys, we're gonna be fixing up soon. I swear. I swear we are. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. At least I have the thing up the stream, and I was listening to it while I was fixing everything. And oh boy. At least the static isn't coming in. Ah, fuck. It's I don't even know how to make the noise that it's making, but it's slightly annoying. And when I mean slightly, I mean very. God. Okay. Okay, that's the last thing I needed to do. Swear to God. So we're gonna get started now. Okay. All right. Everything seems to be in order. Make sure I'm not muted. Gotta get into that habit. If I seem a little I guess what would be the word? Anyway, I don't know the word. Frazzled, I guess. I just woke up from a nap, a really long nap. A lot longer than I meant to because I forgot to set an alarm. Oh no. Anyway, let's go into configurations real fast. Turn this down a little bit. Oh, is there voice acting? I didn't think there was voice acting. Okay, what the fuck? Headphones, stop it. Okay, let's the text speed was kind of annoying me, so let's up that to like 70. And these are probably fine. Turkish, interesting. Anyway. Okay, let's get started with the misadventures of Laura Silver. This is a really this is a game that's piqued my interest for a while. I bought it on Steam. Well, the full title is Misadventure of Laura Silver Chapter 1. And Chapter 2 is already on Steam for pre-purchase. So, that'd be interesting to play that when that's, assuming I like this. I don't know. It gave me Ace Attorney, Danganronpa vibes. And I love mystery stories. I love that stuff, so hopefully I'll really enjoy the misadventures of Laura Silver. So let's get going. Cooper, what is the name of the river in Pilsen? This is probably going to be a lot of me being unable to pronounce things. So basically a normal stream. Oh, right, Orwell. Okay, Orwell. What? Oh, I had a voice for him in my mind. It was like half part Burt Ward in Adam West Batman and like Jimmy Olsen, like Gee Willikers, Superman. Red bosom is Silver. That's the one. There were two fishermen on their boats, fishing on that river. Then they noticed a corpse approaching them. How could a corpse approach them? It's being dragged by the current. I see. I have no consistent voices. I want everyone to know this. Then the fisherman pulled the body over to the boat. It was a drowned man. When they were debating on what to do with it, the corpse suddenly came alive and attacked them. One of the fishermen charged this being, only to be killed right after. Freaking just decked him in the face. Oh wait, no, you cut him, I guess. Also, this is a very interesting art style for this opening. The other fisherman jumped into the water, trying to escape, like a pussy. He couldn't though. The Vodnik caught up with him, so this guy's called the Vodnik. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the beast is the Vodnik, the one we are looking for. Dun dun dun. Is he holding a cup? You should have told me earlier, Miss Silver. He's went from Jimmy Olsen to Alfred. But the Vodnik pulled him underwater, and just as he was about to trap the fisherman's soul in one of his jaws, the old man unleashed his knife and stabbed the Vodnik. Why he didn't just do that on the boat to save his friend, I don't know. Who is the old man, Miss Silva? The fisherman. I see. This had bewildered the Vodnik, and so the old man could run away. And this is how we were able to hear of the incident. See, doesn't he give you Jimmy Olsen vibes? Gee Willikers, Superman. Gee Willikers, Laura. Sorry to interrupt, Miss Silva, but should I turn right here? Why do I keep trying to make these people British? I don't even think they're British. I think I got a little far enough to the game to tell me where they're from. The car rocks as Cooper drives over a piece of stone. Excuse me if I'm being rude, but as far as I can see, you aren't looking at the map. I memorized it. Orwell does not look pleased. Please continue your story, Miss Silver. I was wondering something, actually. What is it? I forgot what the Vodnik was supposed to store those guys' souls in. I thought you said jars. No, that was improvised. Whose line is it anyway? Oh. So he may store them in other things too. Like cups? Whatever they are. Do you want me to explain further? Of course, Miss Silver. So he's a mythical beast who kills people and stirs their souls in cups or something. Plays the violin to lure people to him. Like a siren, but with a violin. You also... I'm losing the Jimmy Olsen. You also stated that he likes to craft his jars in the best way possible. We're dealing with an immortal sea serpent who's an artisan then. You can say that. So, at first glance, this seems like just another story to scare children with. You can find a variation of it wherever you go, like Black Honest or the great vampire Carmilla. Shout out to Castlevania fans. Black Honest used to scare me a lot. Anyway, in Czechoslovakia, you have a similar bedtime story which is based on this sea monster. But our job isn't investigating a bedtime story. The Vodnik is as real as you and me. A few months ago, it attacked a fishing boat. You know the details, even though it sounds rather hard to believe. Karat? Oops. Anyway, I'm gonna have so much trouble. Herself was talked to the other fishermen who witnessed the incident, so we can believe in the credibility of the source. Karat Tasokta. This game is out to get me. We've taken care of the issue, but there's been no proper report coming from him. She also stated that he would give us the details of the mission, though I wonder what kind of detail we're speaking of here. Skota from Foreign Affairs, I guess. When did Mr. Sokta get transferred here? He's been here for almost half a year. He's a man known for his laziness, a man of my own heart. I doubt that he ever tried working on the case. Mr. Sokta is a diligent man, Miss Silver. I disagree with your claim. I'm talking about the same Sokta? I can't exactly say that we have an abundance of employees. I believe there's only one Sokta working in the bureau. Just be sure, you're talking about Zyvan Sokta, right? Yes. How do you know Sokta? Take your list out. List of what? How do you know Sokta? How do you know Sokta? We worked together in London for a while. That must have been a bit different. Zyvan Sokta, surely. I don't recall Sokta as a likable person. Was he also a traffic policeman? No, we were working as security officers for the Labour Party conference. Which one? 2 or 3 years ago in Lichtyre. Where's Lichtyre? I don't know. Mr. Sokta was kind enough to show me the basics of the job. I got assigned to another department within weeks. I would like to work with Mr. Sokta again, though. You should be glad you didn't. Did you work with him before, Miss Silver? You can say that. Would you like to talk about it? Absolutely not. Take your list out. I'm curious on what this is. Take a glance at my list. It doesn't say anything about Vodnik except for his name. Even though I tried oh, so we're taking out the list. We're not asking him. Okay. Even though I tried many times to make sense of the scribble, the name written here is unreadable. What are you looking at, Miss Silva? It'd take a long time to explain. I think we have the time. You know that we're doing a different job compared to Sokta's. He's a stationary officer in Czechoslovakia, while we are a mobile task force. Yes. I shake my list in my hand. And the list is our task, a list of beings that should be taken care of. There are ghosts, beasts, vampire spirits, and many more in here. So we're like X-Files, kind of, I guess. Slash Ghostbusters, slash, I don't know. Did Miss Kakarot get you that? Well, no. Then who did? A being that grants wishes. Let's call him a semi-official affiliate. Do we have a genie on staff? What kind of being? Shouldn't know about this. It's best if I don't tell him anything else. Not one that you're familiar with. He doesn't answer. Oh, what? Is that supposed to happen? Oh! That's odd. This is the intro, because they play this on the Steam pages, what got me interested in the game, because it's really nicely animated. It's... Dun, dun. So, yeah. I kind of just want to watch this and let it play out. I just really like this intro. Like, it sold me on the game right away. Just leaving bullets in the street. I like it. Part 1-1, beginning. Czechoslovakian Republic, 1935, town of Pilsen, Hotel Plavia, 1 a.m. Could this be our hotel? Even though I've been relieved we could find one this season, I can't deny the fact that it looks small and run down. I open the back door and get my luggage, while Cooper takes his ridiculously enormous suitcase. Maybe we shouldn't have dismissed how heavy the luggage would be when we decided to disguise ourselves as filmmakers. Shall we go in now? Cooper opens the main door to the hotel, and I leave my luggage on the polished wooden floor, next to the reception desk. He closes the door behind us. Cooper joins me at the reception desk. It seems the receptionist hasn't noticed us. He's writing something in a notebook. Miss Silva, can I carry your luggage into your room, if you like? By the way, I've given up on the Jimmy Olsen. I'm just doing whatever voice comes to mind. I'm not gonna. Also, I feel like it would wreck my throat to just be like, "Gee willikers, Laura," the whole time. No need, Cooper. That's the job of a bellboy, not yours. Miss Silver, I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. I tap my finger on the desks, staring at the man behind it. He doesn't look this way at all. The man behind the desk finally looks at my face with baffled eyes that look like they haven't been closed for a century. You can find any hotel which hires bellboys at this time of year. We're off season. Also, sounded nose itch, and I bump my mic because of it. Good job, Gunner. Cooper tenses up quickly, checking my face to see if I'm angry. Do you have a reservation? We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. Cooper checks his watch again. We're deeply sorry for bothering you at this hour. When you'd certainly feel better lying down in bed. Do you have any reservations? Cooper seems a bit dumbfounded by the repeated question. The receptionist seems ignoring his heartfelt apology. Has Mr. Sokta booked any room for us? Man behind the desk sits up, his eyes shining. Ivan Sokta, you say? Yes. He tries to find something in the desk, opening one drawer after another. You two must be the filmmaker Sokta mentioned. Then your name, please. Oh, exactly so. My name is Orwell Cooper. Laura Silva. As he's searching, I start tapping my foot on the floor. Cooper nervously smiles at my demonstration of impatience. He finally finds what he's searching for, and starts looking for the newfound notebook. It can clearly read Laura Silva and Orwell Cooper here. Oh, wait, was it... Oh, was it Copper? I just read it as Cooper. My last name is most likely mistook because I am working with a person blessed with the surname Silva. And maybe on the desk shows us the notebook. Laura Silva and Orwell Copper. He has also mistaken my name, apparently. Sokta firmly instructed me that these were the people he booked 2 rooms for. Truth be told, you sound like a bad copy of a hypothetical Orwell Copper. So, totally lost the Russian. Or at least, like, Western European. That's the word. No, it's Eastern European, you idiot. God damn it. It's too early for this. It's 7 o'clock at night. It's far too early. As Cooper gasps, the man behind the desk shakes my hand. Okay. Welcome to Hotel Plava, Miss Silva. I'm Jundrik Kalopnik. Nice to meet you. I nod while he hands me a room key. Wait, what about me? Looks like we'll have to wait until Mr. Sokta clears his misunderstanding. It's going back to like Jeremy Irons. God, no. Or you can admit that you're not the copper written here. Cooper looks at me, his expression as helpless as he could be. Probably wants to go to sleep during these wee hours of the morning. Miss Silva, aren't you going to say anything? It's not my business. There must be a mistake. It's true, our employer tends to forget names. Most likely, the telegraph that reached Sokta was miswritten. This man is working with me. I'm pretty sure that he's the one Sokta has mentioned to you. One would expect a chief detective to be more careful about giving the right name, but life keeps surprising me in the best ways. Cooper smiles with appreciation, as Mr. Chalupnik seems to keep a stoic expression. Miss Silva. It's keep fucking going back to British. And I know Czechoslovakia. Wait, is this in... Where did they say this was? Yeah, it was Czechoslovakia, right? I don't have like a phrase I usually say in like Western Eastern. This is a train wreck, by the way. This is interesting. All right, Miss. Fine, we're just gonna go with it. Miss Silva, you have forgotten my cautiousness. I'm only doing what Sokta asked me to. What did Sokta even ask this man? Shooting a documentary shouldn't be considered a suspicious activity. Cooper and I exchange glances. He points Kolupnik with his eyes, begging me to speak. He'd be suspicious if I stood silent for too long. You don't have to ask for my forgiveness. However, this man is indeed the person Sokta was expecting. We shouldn't be wasting time on such a small detail. I appreciate it if you could hand Cooper his keys. Kolupnik stares at us for a while, then shrugs. I agree that we shouldn't waste any more time. So I might as well go up to your room and sleep, since I won't be handing him the keys until I have Sokta's confirmation. Is he always this suspicious of customers, or does he have something against filmmakers? Kolupnik continues his regular voice. Or irregular voice, if I'm voicing him. I'm asking you to leave your friend here for the night, miss. Our disguise was supposed to help us avoid suspicion, but it doesn't seem to be working. Good job, Silver. You're doing amazing. Take my suitcase and turn right towards the stairs. Miss Silva? Wait back after I leave my suitcase. His expression softens. We can continue investigating then. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So? Cooper stops staring at me, his eyes locked on something behind. I hear footsteps approaching, footsteps that are coming down the stairs. I turn right and see Sokta. Look at this tiny lad. He eyes us for a while, his expression not changing one bit. He sort of looks like Adam Driver. Kind of. Oh my god, what voice would he have? You woke me up. Sokta, you implying that the walls are thin. If you're going to brag about your hotel has the most soundproof walls in all of Czechoslovakia, I'd rather not. Won't count as bragging if it's the truth, young man. Is that how that works? I don't think that's how that works. Is he cranky because he woke up, though? It will be troublesome if someone hears us talking about the job through these thin walls. Sokta, now that you're here, help us fix the problem with the Cooper man. Mr. Sokta, please tell Mr. Chalupt that I am indeed the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. He's the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. Ookie. Chalupt hands Cooper a room key and shakes his hand. Breakfast is at 8:30 a.m. It will be served on this floor. Isn't Sokta the only guest in the hotel? The Hotel Plavi. It's the Hotel Plavi for you. We keep the hotel in top condition even if only one person is staying at the hotel. I'm more of a resident than a customer, though. We've grown close to each other. Am I right, Sokta? Yeah, surely. I'll be showing them to their room then. Thank you. Follow me, Cooper, Silver. It's Cooper, Mr. Sokta. I'll keep that in mind. Pardon me, even though that's totally what I said, and, the person reading my dialogue just doesn't take a second to read it all the way through. Nice to meet you again, Silva. He reaches out his hand and I shake it. Karat has mentioned you a lot during the meetings. Can't say the same about you. Could you tell us why we're here? Probably be less confrontational. Could you tell us why we're here? Karat wrote in the telegram that we're going to learn the details of our investigation from you. Sokta hands me an envelope. The envelope is open. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he's opened it before. I stare at him. He's being suspicious. Karat has written that you have some business with a weird man. Such indecency. You shouldn't open up the people's letters like that, Mr. Sokta. Sokta smiles. There shouldn't be any secrets between the employees of the Bureau. Makes me wonder why is Karat sending you here and there for special cases. It's none of your business. I haven't received any information from the Bureau about the Vodnik of Pelson for 3 months. But Karat sends me a letter to hand over to you. Isn't it odd? Why are you getting exclusive access to this information? I should be dealing with this man mentioned in the letter, not you. He's right. He's the one in charge of business in Czechoslovakia. Why would she want to... Oh, God. Why would she want you to come all the way here? I don't understand that. Look, Sokta, pull your gun out? Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're definitely not doing that, although that would be very, very, very interesting. Let's retort. Been poking a nose into my job ever since I came here. Mind your own business. He smiles. Do I look like the type of person who'd... Mr. Sokta. Cooper yells out. We both look at him. He coughs a few times. Mr. Sokta, we're all very tired. It's best if we talk about this tomorrow. He looks up thinking. Mr. Silver is also very aggressive because we have been traveling since yesterday morning. I was being aggressive. I was only arguing because he read my mail. Cooper continues. I mean, it's only normal that we're showing our worst sides. Let's talk about this at breakfast after we wake up. Sokta crosses his arms. We definitely come back to this subject tomorrow morning. Don't come back. I'll be up around 9. See you at breakfast then. Have a good night, Mr. Sokta. You too, Cooper. Sokta goes inside his room. I hear the click of the door lock. Finally. Miss Silva, he may still hear you. I shrug. Miss Silva, Mr. Sokta is actually a good man. I don't know why he replied like that. I don't care whether he's good or bad, though he's certainly rude. So, shall we look inside the envelope? Sure, Miss Silva. My dearest Laura, I hope that you're doing well in Pilsen. I got some information on Emil Novotnik by a little trip to the Bureau's secret archives and some interrogations. Copies of the documents I found are inside the envelope. I would love to hear from you at the end of your mission. Write me a report after you're done, alright? Don't strain your body and take care of yourself. Please try to sleep more, honey. Steely Karat. Is this like our lover? What? Okay. Henny. I wonder why Sokta thinks I'm being pampered by Karat. You're not being pampered. I think she only wants you to take care of your health. Oh. Oh, so Karat's a woman. Okay. Cool. We're going to continue your investigation during the wee hours in the morning, Miss Silver. I don't think that's a good idea. I can manage without sleep. It's an order from our employer that you shouldn't forget to sleep. It's not an order, it's a request. I shrug and open the other document. The Vodnik of Pelson. This Vodnik appears as a humanoid beast with a frog-like face and green hair, with his body covered in algae and mud. His hands are webbed and his eyes are colored red. Local drownings are said to be his work. After drowning people, he stores their souls in hand-made cups. The ones who saw him work on the cups have informed us about his collection. Type: humanoid, conflicting reports, threat level unknown, possibly dangerous. Habitat: water and swamps around the Radbuza River. Can shapeshift into liquid form. Unmatched speed in water, used to be a toy maker. Ooh. Ugh. I folded the document and put it into my pocket. Miss Silver, could we let everyone in the hotel know that we should be wary when handling water? We should have asked Sokta if he told anyone about it. Sorry, his face is really funny. That's funny. We still can. Knocks on Sokta's door. Mrs. Sokta, it's me, Koopa. Could you please open the door, please? No answer. Mr. Sokta, we have to ask you something. I haven't told anyone about anything about the water issue. Leave me alone. Oh, alright. Have a good night, Mrs. Sokta. So, Miss Silver, I'll let Mr. Chelpadnik know. You seem eager to go to bed, though. I'm sure our safety is more important than 20 minutes of sleep. He smiled brightly. However, Miss Silver, you should go to your room and sleep while I'm on that. Even though I'll be in my room, I doubt that I'll be sleeping. So I assume sure means we go to the room, and then I doubt that would take us to the, to go talk to the guy again. I want to go talk to the guy again. I doubt that. Miss Conrad did ask you to do that, though. I believe you're a person who takes commands very seriously. Fine, I'll be in my room. Miss Silva, before I leave, tell me what your room number is. 102. Looks like your room's right next to Mr. Sokta's. Yeah. Mine is 107. I'll be right across. If you need anything in the middle of the night, you can knock on the door, Miss Silva. Wait, Cooper. Yes? What are you going to tell Chelpadnik? Tell him that the water got infected and people advised to not use the tap. That doesn't sound realistic. What should I tell him then? Maybe. Yes, Miss Silva? I think we should find the water tank and close the valves that people are connected to the external pipes. If we tell Mr. Kropnik that the water is cut off in the whole of Paulson, we won't check the water tank. What is it, Cooper? I don't know if it's right to barge into the boiler room of a building we just entered. It's for the safety of the hotel staff. So it's justified. Right. Now, do we know what the boiler room is? I think that we should search the ground floor or the basement if possible. Whenever you can reach there without attracting Kolotnik's attention. Miss Silva, yes? You mentioned that you had back pain while we were in the car. You were also certainly tired, yes? So maybe we can go into your room and rest, and I'll close the valves. Will you really do that for me? Sure. You're too kind, Cooper. Have a good night, Miss Silva. I just assume these people are British. I don't know. They're probably not. Cooper, knock on my door when you're done. I'll check if the water's off. Alright. I'll see you in a moment then. I take my coat off. Now let's see if there's anything suspicious in here. Finally, gameplay. My throat was hurting. So that's the door. Sleep? Not now. I must check the room first. It's bright, unlike me. Okay. Table? I could have a look at my observations and notes, if I had any. What if a group of creatures set up an ambush inside the closet? Slowly open the closet. It's safe. Now, what has Laura seen? Jesus. It's windy. I would like to stay here. The night is cold as my soul. But there's a flower pot on the balcony. These violets will die in this weather. Oh. Poor violets. Take a look at the room before going there. I hear a knock on the door. Yes, Koopa? I've closed all the valves. You're faster than I expected. Go to my room and check on them as well. Good night again, Miss Silva. I nod. Check the tabs to see if Cooper was successful. I pushed the bathroom door. Huh? It's not opening. I pull the door, surprised by how it opens. Why would a bathroom door open outwards? Anyway. Okay, so take down the bathroom door. It's unique. Open the tap, only a few droplets of water drip. That's a relief. Other than that, it's a sink. Nothing more, nothing less. Open the oh. Wanted to check the mirror. Cooper's done a good job, surprisingly. I did my business. Gross. Is that it? I guess that's it. I slipped the document I got from Karat into the notebook. I'd rather not spend the night interrogating Kolupnik or the employees, but I don't want to draw any attention to myself. Our disguise as filmmakers will help us gather information without attracting suspicion, but Kolupnik seems eager to be suspicious of us anyways. Or if Sokta let something slip about our job. Well, in any case, it seems like I don't have any choice but to sleep. Okay, we're gonna load. Oh. I always thought it's a useful thing to sleep with one eye open. What was that? There's a sound coming from the balcony. I throw my blanket, turning my head towards the balcony door, and get up, grabbing my gun from the table. I press my back against the wall, standing right next to the balcony door. You can never be too cautious. I take a deep breath. Silver, on the count of 3, you're going to pull the balcony door open. 1, 2. Show yourself. No one is here. I notice a plant pot on the railing is nowhere to be found. Did it fall because of the wind? I sigh while closing the balcony door behind me. Why does it have to be so cold? Put on my coat and my hat, check on my pocket watch, I notice it's already 3:30. Better go downstairs and meet Cooper instead of aiming my gun at missing pots. Nice. Professional. I notice a girl running up the corridor. When she sees me, she looks up at me with tears in her eyes. Oh, it's the girl from the intro. You, the lady with the dead person hair. I believe that's me. Yes. I approach her. Are you the one who took my gloves? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen anyone here before. You look suspicious. That means... Didn't know that you were talking about... Who are you? Who are you? You said yourself I'm the lady with the dead person hair. She pouts. Fair enough, I'm Pavla. Pavla? Pavla. The hotel's name is also Pavla. I assume she's related to Mr. Kolupnik, possibly his daughter. Did you lose your gloves, Pavla? Pavla. 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 Alright. Or maybe she was born here and was left to die. Then Mr. Jolobin found her and named her after the hotel. Or she's a shapeshifter who decided to name herself after the hotel to fool me. Miss, someone played a trick on my gloves to steal them. Did you do it? I don't want to deal with this. Miss Silva, good morning. Cooper comes to the rescue. Who's this young lady? She might be the daughter of Mr. Chlebnik. Are you the one who took my gloves, Carrot Head? He laughs. Real missed opportunity to call him Carrot Top. I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. Then it's Miss Deadhair. How would you believe Mr. Carrot Head is innocent? You look more suspicious. You did it. That's not very intelligent of you. Miss Silver. Cooper looks at me anxiously. Can't believe you said it to a child, Miss Silver. What if I did? Gah! She starts crying. This is the last thing I want to deal with right now. Should have kept my mouth shut. Cooper crouches down. Miss Cholubnik. He takes out a notebook from his inside pocket. Mr. Cholubnik, I think I can help you. What? You might tell me what your gloves look like, Miss Cholubnik. They are black. Cooper draws something in the notebook. What is he doing? How long were they? She wants to rest while sniffing. They came to here. They had floral patterns inside too. I see. How old are you? 6.5. And they were bigger than my hands. Papa said I could wear them when I grow up too. Cooper shows the notebook to Pavla. Do they look like this? Yes. Cooper stands up and puts the notebook away before I take a look at it. We'll be working on finding them, Miss Kolupnik. Will you find who took them too? Of course. Really? Yeah, after all, Cooper looks at me for confirmation. He won't just tell a little girl that we're detectives, right? Or researchers. Researchers. Nice save, Silver. Pavla glares at me. I feel like she would murder me if she wasn't so tiny. Can you find my gloves or not? Were you going downstairs to see your father, Pavla? She nods. Then let's go downstairs together. We want to talk with Mr. Chalupnik too. Mr. Chalupnik is staying at the reception desk, as usual. I hope he doesn't find out that I made his daughter cry. Good morning, precious metals. Good morning, Mr. Chalupnik. Pavla runs on the stairs, pushing Cooper aside. Cooper tries to regain his balance by holding onto the banister. Pavla! Papa! Chalupnik eyes Brian as he lifts Pavla up and twirls her around in the air. Pavla's shrill laughter hurts my ears. Good morning, my dearest. Good morning. Is everything all right, Pavla? You look upset. I am. No, the new customer has upset me. Couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat that a bit louder, dear? Unfortunately, Pavla's voice is quite audible. I didn't like the new customers, especially that lady with the dead hair. I think she might be the one who stole my gloves. What? I told you I didn't do it, you nails on chalkboard voice little Miss Silver. Cooper looks at me with the same anxious expression on his face. Fine, I shouldn't get aggressive over what a child says. Silver, what is the explanation of this? I don't know. She seems like I take joy from stealing from random kids. Random kids? My dearest Pavla is not a random kid. Pavla is cocking a snook at me. I'm trying hard down to strangle you, kid. Now, Mr. Chalupnik, let's not get mad. Chalupnik crosses his arms as he stares at me. He's doing something with his eyes. Is he winking at me? I see. He's doing this as an act to please his daughter. We'll be searching your daughter's gloves in the entire hotel. We talked to Mr. Chalupnik a little while ago. Please take a look at this, Mr. Chalupnik. Looks like Cooper hasn't noticed Chalupnik's little act. He takes the notebook out and points to the pages scrawled on some stuff. The orange Mr. Drew. What? Oh, the orange Mr. Drew my gloves. I thought it was like the orange Mr. Drew. Like, his name was Drew. It's a marvelous job indeed. Take a look at Cooper's notebook. He has done a decent job. Maybe he could draw the beast we're dealing with. That way we know we would have information in the report we mail Karat. I like the orange Mr. but Miss Deadhead is so lame. You're the one who's lame. What did Miss Silva do to you, Pavla? She called me stupid. Just thought you could use some deductive reasoning if you're going to blame someone. Deductive reasoning. Pavla hides behind Chalupnik. Silva, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or I'll make you pay for that. Papa, that's not enough. Threaten her with kicking her out. Looks like the scaredy cat act earlier was a plan on getting under father's attention. The worst kind of child. You sure, honey? Pavla nods. Silva, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or you're not sleeping in another hotel tonight. Pavla cocks me to snook again. See if you find one better Hotel Plaza, dead hair. I don't know if there's any hotels in O'Brien. I don't want to sleep on the street tonight, that's for sure. Chalupnik winks at me again with a rather sad face this time. I believe he wants me to apologize. I'm sorry, Pavla. Did you hear me? We'll be fine if you find the one who stole my gloves. Sign taking out my notebook. Now, when did you lose them? Thinking about when did they get stolen? When did they get stolen? Just now. They went out the door. Huh? The gloves started hovering, and then they opened the door and flew out. Are you sure you didn't imagine it? Yes! When did this happen, exactly? A little while ago, I ran after the gloves, but they disappeared into thin air. I see. You don't believe me, do you, deadhead mess? I do. You don't look like you do. I really do. It's because you don't want to sleep on the street tonight, right? No, Pavla, I really do believe you. Miss Silver, is there any way the Vodnik is inside the hotel? Even if the Vodnik was inside the hotel, I doubt he could possess gloves like that. Maybe it was just her imagination running wild. I hope so. I don't want to deal with anything else, let alone a ghost. Chlupnik straightened up the moment I said ghost. A ghost? A ghost might have possessed the gloves. I think Pablo just imagined it, Miss Silva. Papa, do you think it was? Chlupnik takes Pablo's hand. Now, my angel. Shall we search the hotel together? Okay, but only if you carry me on your shoulders. Sure. Just wait a bit, darling. Chlupnik comes to us rather menacingly. Look, Silva, Cooper. Starting in a low tone, he doesn't want Pavla to hear. I can't sense any friendliness in his voice. See that you don't want to waste any time on this. I get it. However, don't make things up like that. Pavla's a girl who almost always scared of every little thing. She's not very strong. She even thinks that she sees mother's ghosts from time to time. We all know ghosts aren't real. Mr. Chlupnik, we're deeply sorry. If I hear any more mention of ghosts or such nonsense around my child again, I won't let you get out of here in one piece. Hear me? I nod. Chlupnik lifts Pablo on his shoulders and leaves the lobby. It wouldn't be possible for a man of his height to be able to carry someone on his shoulders if the ceilings of this hotel wasn't so high. I sit, one of the couches in the lobby. This conversation has drained me. Cooper stays standing. God, I didn't think how much this game would wreck my voice. Jeez. Did he just threaten us? Yeah, we're losing some of our limbs if we're talking about what again. Let's just finish our job as quickly as possible and leave this place. Wonder what happened to Mr. Chlupnik's wife. She died. Believe this is the reason why he spoils Pablo so much. Even though she's spoiled, I think you did well. I think you're being optimistic, Koopa. He smiles. So, shall we go to the dining hall? I don't want to sit there. Oh, why, Miss Silva? Because there'll only be us in the huge place. Isn't it that a bit? Don't tell me you're being shy. Oh, hello. What voice do you have? I sort of wanted to give him like a flamboyant voice, but I don't know if that fits him. I'm just gonna read some of his dialogue, and then we'll go from there. Hello there. Notice you were taking your time coming to the dining hall, so I decided I should come here to greet you, both of you, with a knife. Judging from the appearance, he seems like he's the cook. Well, it doesn't take a detective to see. Wait. Judging from the appearance, he seems like he is the cook. Well, it doesn't take a detective to see. Wait, he has a knife. He has a knife. This music, man. Stay silent. Stare at the knife in his hand. Should be able to grab my gun within seconds if he tries to make a move. We were just talking about going into the dining hall, but are you carrying a knife, Mr. Cook? Wait, I'm carrying a knife? The cook burst out laughing. I'll leave this back in the kitchen just a moment. What's so funny about this? He returned to the kitchen, leaving me and Cooper behind. Woo! Do sharp things make you uncomfortable too, Miss Silva? No. I mean, they do make me uncomfortable if I'm not the one holding them. Oh, I see. You never know what people might do to you with sharp things. It'd be horrible if they cause any accidents. I don't mention any accidents. What the fuck? Okay. Mr. Cook returns, this time with no knife in his hand. Hello again. I was cutting some potatoes when I heard you two. I approached without thinking. Twice having a knife in my hand should scare people off. Silly me. It's no problem. It is a problem. Now shall I take it from the beginning? Sure. I don't trust this cook fellow. He did it. He's the what's-his-face. He's the murderer. He has access to all sorts of cutlery. I don't feel safe around him. Not to mention he might have poisoned the food, too. Where were we again? Ah, right. I notice you both are taking your time coming to the dining hall, so I decided I should come here to greet you both. We were just talking about going to the dining hall. I heard. I also heard this lady here looks a little bit anxious about it. I was. I still am. He stretched out one hand to me and his other hand to Cooper. I am Venom. Nice to meet you both. I shake it. I see Cooper doing the same thing with Willem's other hand. Is Willem his surname or his name? Laura Silva. Or Cooper. Nice to meet you, Mr. How would you like to address you? Cooper, of course, wouldn't be content to calling someone he just met with their first name. Willem's fine. And how should I call you? I think it'd be more comfortable if I could address you with your surname. That's a shame. Then I'll have then you'll have to learn that I'm related to that heartless Zyvan Sokta. Oh. Okay, so he's also Sokta. He is Sokta's brother. Now that I think of it, they look alike. Do they? I don't know. Before you make any assumptions, I'm his cousin. Is this why Sokta picked this hotel? I hope you'll be alright with me calling you Mr. Willem, then. You could have gone with the joyful Sokta. At least he wanted to like that Chalupnik. He tried to call Seven Sokta the Black. Then he switched to Sokta the Second. Sounds like a bit of an epic hero when you put it like that. Right. Sokta's a great surname of a great sound. My only concern is that I'm sharing it with. Expression sours as he points upstairs, possibly at Sokta's room. You know, that slub. So rare for you to talk behind customers like that. He's my cousin first and foremost. Being a customer comes later, though nothing changes the fact that he is a slob. Cooper seems concerned. Maybe we should wake him up. You heard him last night. He doesn't look like the type to appreciate the wake-up call. Forget about him already, Cooper. I bet you're not comfortable standing up like that. Why don't you sit down next to Silva? What about you, Mr. Willem? I could serve breakfast here if you like. It'd be nice and cozy. It won't take long. You don't have to. We can eat at the dining room just fine. I insist. It would be like having a picnic in the lobby. Do sit down, though. I get tired watching you stand. Okay, am I the only one? Okay, that's actually a weird thing. I get anxious when everyone is like sitting and one person is just standing. I don't get why I always do that. Like, and I mean, like, if there's like a seat available, like multiple seats available, it's like, why don't you just sit down? Like, I don't know why. It's been like this weird little thing that I've always had, and I like sometimes I notice it, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Pepper quizzes and sits on the couch. Don't be such a stranger. There are only 7 people in this hotel. We should get familiar. I'm talking to you too, Silva. I'm relaxed enough. Are you sure? You still look pretty tense to me. I am relaxed. Is that so? Then let me hear your order nice and clear. Tea's fine. Do you have any Earl Brown? Earl Brown? Miss Silver, could you meant Earl Grey? I know what I said. Brown sounds mediocre for the name of Earl. Personally, I wouldn't make someone named Brown. I wouldn't make someone named Brown an Earl. He's talking too much. Fine, Earl Grey it is. Can't believe that they don't know about Earl Brown. What about you, Cooper? I like some tea too. After the eat, it is British culture that you don't have breakfast in the morning, so they are British. Okay. We do have a rich breakfast culture, but Cooper stops and stares down. I just have a bad feeling inside. I don't think I can eat. A bad feeling? I'm gonna brew you some herbal tea if you're feeling unwell. It's not because of that, it's more of an instinct. I feel bad things are going to happen. That's why I've lost my appetite. Interesting. 3 customers in the hotel, and the 2 that I want to serve don't want anything. He seems disappointed. Are you really sure you only want tea? I nod. Tea it is, then. Mr. Willem, what is it, Cooper? We heard on our way here there's a problem with the waterworks. Looks like the water will be cut off for at least a few days. Really, I wonder if anyone in town considered letting us know about it. It's a good thing I've been using the water from the tank, but he stops speaking and turns to look behind us. I turn to and there's a maid coming out of the restroom with a bucket in her hand. Film looks back at us with a smile. Have you two met Blanca? Have you, Miss Silver? No. Film lifts one hand and calls, "Oh, Blanca!" The maid smiles at him and puts the bucket on the ground before she starts walking. When she approaches, she greets us. Welcome to Hotel Pavla. Oh, wait a second. Is that the mom? She looks like strangely like Pavla. Only like an adult. I'm onto you, game. I know your mysteries better than anyone else. Literally anyone else. Oh, so we're about to pass the 1 hour mark, so that's cool. Welcome to Hotel Plava. She's the maid of this place. Just a little chit-chat while I'm bringing you your tea. See you. Film leaves the place as a woman named Blanca sits in front of us. May I ask your names? Laura Silva. Orwell Cooper. Orwell. I've never had a name like that before. How do you spell it? Cooper looks as grateful as he could be. People usually mistake my name. Thank you for asking. It's Orewell. It's a nice name. Thank you, Miss. I'm Blanca. I don't mind being called Blanca. You can call me however you like. Nice to meet you, Miss Blanca, because I'm not even gonna... Look at this. Look at this shenanigans here. Look, that's not okay. I'm not trying. Nice to meet you too. I was meaning to ask, do you have your rooms cleaned? I don't care. She looks at Koopa. I think you should do whatever you deem best, Miss Blanca. Best case, I'll be cleaning both of your rooms later after you leave Hotel Plava. I asked because it looks like our other guest doesn't want me to invade his privacy. He had quite a lot when I went to his room. It looks like the employees here don't have a good relation with Sokta. Though I understand his sensitivity about the subject, you two are also filmmakers now. Yes, surely, definitively. I'm sure you all have all sorts of things you want me to touch too. Film equipment is hard to handle, after all. Be idiotic of Sokta to leave important documents behind. Anybody can get a hold of them. Get a hold of the spare key. The hotel has a spare key of Sokta's room, right? Yes, Miss Sheldon has spare keys. That's what I thought. I should talk about this with Sokta. He shouldn't be acting so careless. Film comes back with a tray filled with cups and teapots. Why did you ask, Miss Silva? No particular reason, just curious. The cook sits and starts pouring the tea. What were you talking about? Miss Silva asks if there's a spare key in Mrs. Sokta's room. He smiles while handing me the teacup. Silva, here's your Earl Brown. What do you say you didn't have any Earl Brown? I have my own ways of making it Earl Brown. Poison. It's brown, isn't it? It really is. He starts pouring tea into another cup. She'll wait until someone else takes a sip. About the key, Miss Blanca. Well, I'm sure you asked because he's your co-worker, right? We shouldn't be leaving any important documents behind. Yes. See, I knew it right away. I guess you have to be very cautious when you're directing a documentary. He snickers. Does the man know that we are detectives? What do you mean, Willem? I mean the equipment, of course. Willem fills another cup. He's trying to give us... Is he trying to give us away, or is he protecting us? And is he just that bad at lying? Here, Cooper. Finlam, isn't it a bit rude for you to talk to them like that? Is it? Do you mind, Silva? Not really. And you, Cooper? Film hands a cup of poison to Cooper. As long as you aren't saying my name incorrectly, it's fine. That's a relief. Cooper takes a sip from his tea right away. I check if Cooper is showing any symptoms. It is delicious. I'm the only one nervous? Am I the only nervous one here? Cooper is still alive. That means the poison is not the type that acts fast. Nice to hear. Here, Blanca. Thank you. What did you put inside it to make it brown? Let my secret recipe stay secret, Silva. Blanca, by the way, have you heard that there's a problem with the waterworks? It appears that the townsfolk forgot that we were here, so we never got the news. What is the problem? Willem shrugs. I heard it from Cooper. Some of the pipes have fractures in them. He told us the water would be cut off. So this was the problem. I wonder why the water wasn't running. I was going to go check the water tank. I exchanged looks with Cooper. You can take the day off then. Isn't it great, Blanca? Blanca rolls her eyes. No need water to dust the shelves, Willem. Blanca puts a fake smile on her face and Willem pours a cup for himself too. Are you not drinking, Silva? Well, let's drink to that. Yeah, gamer fuel. Okay. By the way, what is this? Oh, okay. So we got a notebook? Oh, it's just dialogue. Okay. Options are probably the same from before. Save. This is for my test files, so I probably just save there. We got a load and an exit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really trust him either. Kind of with Silver on this one. But, we need to stop acting so suspicious, so just take a sip. I take a sip. From respect, he looks really relaxed. Are you glad because you finally poisoned me? Got an achievement. Take a sip, Babs. Silver, Cooper, why don't you tell us about what you do? We're filmmakers. We have to shoot a documentary. If Sokta wakes up, we'll go for a ride to film Rabuza. That sounds pleasant. Not that pleasant since they're waiting for Sokta's beauty sleep. Can't even wake up early in the morning, that slob. Willem, Mr. Sokta is a diligent man. You shouldn't talk about your cousin like that. If he was a diligent man, I don't think he would be sleeping at this hour, Blanca dear. He wouldn't be this hot on anyone else if they slept in. Willem stops. It seems like he thinks Blanca has a point. Mr. Willem, is there any reason you don't like him? He's adorable, Koopa. Haven't you met him? We have. He's the kind of person to talk over you. Exactly. It's nice to be understood, Silver. Whatever you say, Mr. Sokta's a trustworthy man. He helped me out a lot when I was starting in my career. Now that sounds a story I would like to hear. What were you filming at the time? I was a Wait, let me ask something before that. He was just gonna let slip that he worked as a police officer. I exchanged looks with Willem, so Knife Man is trying to protect us. Why'd you cut him short, Willem? I hope our customers won't want your rudeness. Cooper seems like he noticed his gaffe. Without a sound, he sips his tea. Would I, if it wasn't important? I need to ask as soon as possible. What is it, Willem? Cooper, while you two were working together, did Sylvan sit somewhere all day and make you check everything as well as run errands? Yes. Did you do all of this work without knowing? Is that it? Because you want me to gain work experience. Willem puts a hand on Cooper's shoulder. That's a classic Zivian behavior. Cooper, I think he wants to be teamed up with newcomers just to slack off. I think it helped me understand how things work around the office. Just accept that you were used, Cooper. Cooper looks down. It's been part of the reason why Karat doesn't assign him a partner. Trust Miss Karat knows one who to assign the who. Knowledge, Karat. I think Mrs. Sukta mentioned her name. He did. What did he tell you? Alright, so I'm pretty sure that he's in on it. Like, he knows who these people know, like, our true profession. If I had to guess. Film sounds surprised. Does this mean Shokta shared more with Blanca than he does with Willem? Interesting. She's your boss, right? He's been whining about her oddness. I certainly don't think she's odd. She's a good leader. But some guys in the office think that she treats Silva better because... Never mind, they're just jealous of her position. Are they, like, lovers or something? I keep getting the implication, I guess. I don't know. What do you think about Miss Karat, Miss Silva? Or in the letter she sent me, treating both of us with kindness. People usually don't tell me that I'm her favorite, though. I don't know if that's true. It seems like she cares about everyone just the same. I agree with the rumors started because of our jealous co-workers. I believe it's only another Sokta's prejudiced judgments. Look like he's full of those. Talking about Karat's back is very rude. I understand him telling Willem if he's a trustworthy family member, but telling a hotel mate is a different thing. I should warn Sokta. You shouldn't be running around spreading information even though Miss Blanca seems nice. Are you close with Mrs. Sokta? Not particularly. I see. Head of a detective bureau shouldn't be a subject for greeting. What is Sokta doing? I take out my notebook. Mr. Willem, Miss Willem, Miss Blanca, I have some questions for you. For your documentary. Depending on your answer, I might include some. I start flipping the pages. What? The notebook on the floor. The Vodnik information sheet is out in the open along with my duty list. Oh, Silva, what is that? Pretty sure knows what this sheet is if he sucked his bosom friend. I turn my eyes back to the floor. The exclusive information is all out in the open. How could you do this, Silva? Pick it up before anyone sees anything, Silva. What kind of documentary director would such a detailed sheet about Dovotnik? Pick it up. The elements read the stare. Miss Blanca reaches for the notebook. If she reads the information, she will know something is up with us. Shall I pull out the gun? Silva, is everything okay? What the heck? Silva, are you okay? I did it again. Silva, are you okay? I nod. Did she spill tea on herself? What just happened? Miss Blanca slipped the sheet back in the notebook between the pages. Did I distract her enough? She cleans the table with her rag and then leaves the notebook on it. Look at her concerned face. She must have seen everything. Why would you pour tea on yourself, Silva? It's a habit of mine. Doing when I was at the oar. Never mind. Was it hot? Are you alright? I'm not one to be affected by extra warmth. So she was about to say orphanage. So she's an orphan also. Miss Blanca starts cleaning the floor. She knows what we are doing. Undercover detectives, my ass. It's a relief your notebook isn't soaked, Miss Silva. No, she's making fun of me. The audacity. I might have gone to introduce her to my old friend, Mr. Gunn, in private. Is Laura gonna shoot her? Miss Silva, are you okay? How many times are you gonna ask me that? I'm fine. Don't waste your energy on worrying about me. Seems like I made everyone on edge yet again. Cooper looks down. Miss Blanca sits back in her seat after giving me a towel. It's nice to be able to be dry again. Willem breaks the silence. Silva, I think I saw something about the Vodnik in the documentary. Am I mistaken? So doubt that he's seen it now. I stare at his face. Really, the Vodnik. Isn't that just some folktale that's got children? Sokta never mentioned anything to him about our job's paranormal side. I shrug. Should I make fun of me? I'm a grown woman who believes in odd folktales. No. Blanca. It's not just a folktale. Miss Blanca, do you know anything about the Vodnik? He's around us, wandering in the water. I know that he is. Blanca, we all know that stuff like that isn't real. I'm not joking, Willem. Okay. Blanca, please calm down. Tell us what you know. She looks down. Miss Blanca, I understand your reluctance. However, in our documentary, there's a special sequence about the Vodnik. So if you could inform us about him, we would be forever in your debt. Why are you shooting any in I just mind blanked. Oh no. Film about him. It's an order from our boss. She tells us what to shoot, and we shoot it. But in order to shoot the film, we need to talk with you first, just like Cooper said. Oh, jeez. My friend. People are home. I used to know the man who became a Vodnik. Well, I worked as a maid at his house, also helped around in his shop. In order for a man to become a Vodnik, he has to be drowned. Does Blanca know anything about this? We could be direct, I guess. You could beat around the bush, or which is that's his name. What was his name? If I remember correctly, his name should be Emil. Emil Clavado. Why the question mark? Okay. What kind of shop was it? What kind of shop was it? They had a toy shop back in the day. Where was this toy shop you're talking about? I never heard of such a thing. Steep in the forest, it's not exactly easy to find. His works are loved by children of the town. She stopped speaking to think. I mean, they used to. What was his name? We already asked that. Why did you stop working? Why did you work there? I started working there when his daughter Anna was 4 years old. Karad had mentioned that there was rumors about Vodnik killing his own daughter. She was such a lively girl, but she passed away when she was 11. I quit working around 2 weeks after her death. Been working at Hotel Plava ever since. I'm sorry to hear that. If that's the case, she can show us where the toy shop is. Why'd you stop working? Why did you stop working? I think his mental state wasn't the best after he lost his daughter. He was trying to scare me, so I left. It affected him so much that it was intentional manslaughter? Could it just be an accident? Cooper will leave as soon as Sofia wakes up. Data correlates with ours. There's no doubt that she knows the Vodnik we are searching for. Cooper sits up. Miss Blanca, would you show us the way to the Vodnik shop? I don't want to go there again. I wish you all the best in your investigation. Can't you even show it on a map? I don't think I can read a map. It'd be best if I get on with my work now. Blanca stands up. After giving us a nod, she starts walking towards the stairs. Looks like I'll need to use brute force if I want to get information from her. I turn to Willem. What did Soka tell you about the Bureau? I hardly know anything. Where are you searching for the Vodnik anyway? I stay silent. Can't believe Zivin never told me about the Vodnik part of your job. It's odd. Miss Willem, I'm sure you don't want us. I'm sure he didn't want you to get scared. Psst, don't make me laugh. Don't be so sure. Willem rolls his eyes. I wish you good luck waking him up. We'll need that. He waves us goodbye and then goes back to the kitchen once more. Cooper sighs. I'm concerned, Miss Silva. About what, Cooper? I'm concerned about a few things, actually. First, the fact that you've just poured a whole cup of tea over your head. That was my coping mechanism. I see it's because you dropped the notebook in front of everyone. I guess I did. Why didn't you pick it up? It was within your reach. I would if I could. If something happens like that again, what would you like me to do? He's trying to help me. Nothing. I'll be fine. Why can't she pick it up? Is it like the dress thing? I don't know. Besides, even if we find out more detectives, we'll be alright. Detectives do all sorts of jobs anyway. Sure, Cooper. Also, Miss Silva. Cooper checks his watch. It's 9:30 now. Mr. Sokta seems eager to meet us. Why hasn't he come down yet? What if there's something wrong? Let's wake him up, Cooper. Okay, that was interesting. So I didn't really have like an idea for how long we'll go. We do have a viewer, so that's nice. So, I don't know. Maybe if I just find a good stopping point, I'll stop. The game's kind of hurting my throat a lot, but that's fine. Mrs. Sokta, are you awake? No response. Thought he wasn't a heavy sleeper. This is odd. I exchanged looks with Cooper. Maybe he's smoking on the balcony. Does he smoke? I didn't know. Pretty sure he's smoking some softy cigarettes with menthol. I knocked on the door a few times. Is he ignoring us? Maybe. I took a few steps back. Mrs. Sokta, would you please open the door? Is there anything wrong? 1, 2, 3. I kicked the door. Miss Silver, what are you doing? I shrug. Miss Silva? Yes. It's possible that the Vodnik attacked him. Cooper, let's say that you were in your home. You heard the clip-clops of horseshoes outside. Okay. What would you think? Think that there's a horse outside? I don't think there's a giraffe wandering around, right? I don't think so. Would you agree that it is possible for a giraffe to be wandering around, only a lot less likely? Oops, I totally skipped. Good thing I have this handy dandy notebook. But you agree that it is possible for... Wait. Yes? What do you mean by this, Miss Silva? There we go. Sota getting attacked by Vonnegut is a possible but not probable. It's possible but not probable. We close the valves. Though, Miss Silva, the fact that he's not opening the door is making me nervous. Maybe we should leave without him. We shouldn't. This is such an unprofessional behavior. You can't make us wait like this. Miss Silva, wait here. I'll go get the spare room key from Mr. Chalupnik. He runs to the stairs. I knock on Stokeda's door, this time harder. This really is weird. This man woke up to our noise on the ground floor in the middle of the night. Stokeda, answer me. He's taking a shower. Maybe he's brushing his teeth. No, the water is cut off. Maybe he's taking sleeping aids? That explains why he's not waking up right now. Knocking the door once more. Is he smoking the whole package? There's no way he actually took a shower and got attacked, right? We closed the valves. No answer. I kicked the door. Mr. Would you please stop vandalizing the hotel? Give me the key, Cooper. I sent my fingers 2 times. Cooper, the key. We couldn't find the key. What? Persuade Mr. Chalupnik to open the safe, however, the key is nowhere to be found. Mr. Chalupnik is currently looking for the key, in case it's hidden somewhere in his desk. I take my gun out. Oh. Okay, I also got an achievement for that. Miss Silva, I can't wait forever. Let the hotel will hear the sound. Please put your gun back into its holster. Chalupnik will be here any moment now. Mr. Chalupnik doesn't look like the type to lose keys. Where is it? Why isn't Sota opening his door? The Varkling must have slaughtered him. I am at his door again. Miss Silva, what is all the Silva, what are you doing? Willem, your dear cousin isn't opening the door. So I give you permission to blow a hole in its door. Thank you, Mr. Willem. Miss Silva doesn't listen to me. Willem takes out a key. Here. Did Sota give his room key to Willem? That's suspicious. I have a spare key. Zivin said he couldn't trust anyone else, so I snuck in and took his spare. I take the key from him and open the door. I'll think about this later. I shut the door in his Ow! Looks like I couldn't. His foot is blocking the door. Don't come in. What? Don't come in here, Willem. Why? Where is he? It could be dangerous. You are unarmed and inexperienced. If it's dangerous, why are you wasting your time like this? He's right. If there's anyone dangerous inside, they could have easily attacked us while I'm dealing with Willem. You must be more careful, Silver. Is Zivin in there? Mr. Willem, I think it's better if you don't insist. We'll handle it. Why aren't you answering me? We don't know what the answer is yet. Push the door once more. He withdraws his foot. I lock the door. Finally. Miss Silva, wasn't that too forceful? Open the door. What are you doing in there? He's lucky his foot is in one piece. Okay, already this room seems kind of... The chair is moved and there's a crack here. There was no one inside. I checked the window on the door and see if he's out on the balcony. No Sokta here. I pushed the bathroom door open. Huh. It's not opening. I tried pulling the door. Why did the bathroom door open outwards? Anyway, that again. Oh. Getting Danganronpa vibes. Through the currents of the bathtub, I can see someone sitting there. Sokta. The person who's sitting in the tub doesn't make any sound. I pull the curtains. Sokta. Also, got an achievement. No answer. I put on my gloves. Shouldn't be touching him without protection. Not gonna touch that. He sort of looks like Hubert from Three Houses. Did Mr. Sokta fall asleep while he was taking a bath? An eternal sleep, so it seems. Huh? What do you mean, Miss Silva? Take a gun out, Koopa. This could get ugly.
crashed into the body. It's how you say he's not breathing. I search for a pulse. Nothing. Crap. Is Mr. Sokta okay? Where's my voice while I keep looking for any sign of life? Sokta's dead. I get up, removing my gloves and throwing them into the sink. I see that Cooper is looking at Sokta with blank eyes. We should let Mr. Cholpnik know about this and make him lock all the doors. This might as well be a murder case. We should also gather everyone in one place, preferably in the main hall. And one of us should stay with Sokta in case it really is murder. Cooper can always come back and erase the evidence. Did you hear me? Are you sure that he's dead, Miss Silva? Weren't you listening to me? He blinks a few times. It seems like he's trying to grasp the situation. I'll let Mr. Cholpnik know. Good. We get out of the bathroom. It appears that Willem is still waiting outside. I unlock the door. Willem almost falls in. Why would you shut the door on me, Silva? Is there any way a person could be ruder than you? Such an incident? Ivan is dead. Sure, I wish. What? Say that again, Silva. You had me. Where is he? I point to the bathroom. He runs through Sokta's room and grabs the door. Cooper tries to hold him. He really is. He mumbles something. Mr. Willem? He's beside himself. That's... I never expect... Mr. Willem, I think it's not a good idea to look at Mr. Sokta at the moment. Willem puts his hand on his forehead. Is that so? Cooper also looks like he's trying to understand what is going on, with his eyes on Willem. I assume that seeing someone you cared about drowned in the bathtub would be hard to grasp for anybody. I don't know if he was drowned, though, because he had like blood coming out of his nose. Who knows, though? Cooper sees Willem on Sokta's bed. He's eerily silent. His hand still on his forehead. Cooper, listen to me. Every second you're wasting here increases the chance of us getting attacked by the Vatnik. Miss Silva. He lowers his voice. I'll be gone for a minute, but I don't have time to deal with any of your grief. Please try to show some sympathy, alright? Sure. He opens the door and gets out of the room, leaving me alone with Willem. What happened to him? To whom? Ivan. Is he in denial? Should try to be understanding. I promise. Cooper. Take a deep breath. Ivan Sokta is no longer with us. What does that mean, for God's sake? Ivan Sokta has... What was the term? Is no more. Gone like the wind. Has passed away. He passed away. Be more clear, or I'm going to lose my mind, Silva. Sorry, I just read the text and... Wow, okay. Okay, Ivan's corpse is currently rotting in the bathtub. So I seem blank. Don't really know what he's looking at. That sounds more like you. Guess so. Where is Cooper already? Can't be happening, right? You two are pulling a prank, I'm sure. Wish Cooper could do the talking instead of me. I'm not. I don't think Sokta was pretending to be dead either. You'd be saying the same thing if you'd be saying the same thing if you two were pulling a prank. That must be it. Let Comfort Brand just pull a prank on you. I don't believe what you say. Then why don't you enter the bathroom and look for yourself, Willem? He freezes. Do you want to? No. The door opens. Perfect timing. Willem, are you alright? Blanca! I see Blanca rushing into the room, inviting Willem into a hug. Willem hugs her right away. How are you feeling, Willem? He brushes his face on Blanca's shoulder. On answering her, she gives him a pat on the back. Is that how you should be handling people who are grieving? Guess I'll never know. Mr. Cholpnik. Did I just get a notification? I don't know. Mr. Cholpnik entered the room after Vilabova. Cooper. Is that how you sell it? Say Verlabova? It still feels very wrong. Mr. Chudnik enters room after Miss Cooper falls behind. Is that what I heard true, Silver? Depends on what you heard. Points at the bathroom. Yes. It's a shame. He was a bright young man. A dull young man. Is this really the time to be saying that? He was dull. Who may have done this? Not knowing anything about the Votnik, he must be sure someone in this hotel did it. We'll be solving the mystery, Mr. Schlubnik. You shouldn't be going around playing detective, young man. I called the police. It'll take time for them to arrive. Till then, we should wait here and make sure nobody leaves the hotel. Mr. Schlubnik, we would like to investigate Mr. Sukta's body again. Why so eager, Silver? I looked back at the bathroom. The water was supposed to be cut off. However, the bathtub was filled with water. I think it's quite suspicious, Mr. Cholupnik. So it's so. Then I'll come with you. I advise you not to do that. It could be dangerous inside. Even though I said that, it'd be good if I can get everyone to see Sukta. I have to make sure no one blames me for his death. I'm the one who found the body. That puts me in a suspicious situation, not to mention that I'm a foreigner, and also I'm pointing my gun at doors. I saw the horrors of the Great War, Silver. The living are far more dangerous than the dead. Especially Schlubnik sounds like the type to blame me. Taking a long look at Willem and Miss Blanca. They're sitting on Sukta's bed with Willem's hand in her hands. Miss Willem. Blanca, I'll go inside the bathroom. Mr. Schlubnik stated that he wants to join. Do you? Willem shakes his head. I've been looking at my face. Blanca smiles weakly. It'd be best if I stay with him, Miss Silva. Only Mr. Schlubnik and Cooper, then. Miss Silver. Yes, Cooper? Feeling a bit faint. Is it alright if I don't enter the bathroom again? Don't tell me you can't stand seeing blood. He stays silent. Can't believe it. Maybe he should go back to being a traffic cop after this. It's not that I can't stand it, it's just... Alright, Cooper. You youngsters shouldn't be used to the sight of blood anyway. Unless you're a police officer. But it's fine, since you're not one. Cooper smiles meekly. Roasted! I can feel anger growing inside. And can you please get Blanca and Willem downstairs? I don't want any noise while I'm investigating. Sure, Miss Silva. I entered the bathroom once more. So here he is. I put on the gloves I left in the sink. Anyone enter or leave the hotel? Silver, I was at the reception desk all day. I was in a position to see everyone who entered or left. No one entered nor left. Someone in this hotel did it. There's no way around it. It's any entrance to the hotel other than the front door. The back door is locked. I have the key. Are you sure you had the key when Sukta died? Yes, it's always with me. There are no copies of that key, right? None. We don't have a master key either. I understand. Who did it, Silva? Can't answer that question till I make my investigation, Mr. Cholupnik. He falls silent. So, are we out of the bag that we're detectives, or are we still going around saying we're filmmakers? Because he's trusting us like we're a detective. Now focus, Silver. Okay. Dead body time. Take a deep breath. First, how did he die, Silva? He was in the tub when we found him, so that's probably mean that he drowned. Was it the Votnik that did it? Did he have a nosebleed while he was struggling? I assume so. Wonder if he's becoming injured. Wonder if it's because he injured a vein or two while he was suffocating. Does he have any gunshot wounds on his body? My room is right next to his. If a gun was shot, I would have heard it. Still, that doesn't take me away from looking at it, every inch of his body. Ooh. He might have been killed when I was in the lobby, after all. There are no wounds on his back or his body. He's as white as a ghost. I crouched down with Rickett. I definitely clicked on his knee. Okay. And looked at his wrist. No sign of finding back in the arms nor legs. For some reason, Knee equals wrist. That's the nosebleed. The faucet. I open the tap to the bathtub, no water flows through. The water is off, so how did this bathtub get filled in the first place? Mr. Cholubnik, it's best if you don't touch the body with your bare hands. Do you have any gloves? I'd rather not touch him. That's fair. So what about his hands? Let's see. Take a look at his hands and nails, expecting to find a clue. His nails are filed neatly, and I can't see any scratches or bruises on his hands. I see no sign of a struggle. Sokta's being unhelpful once more. He's as soft as he could be. That means his muscles haven't stiffened yet. Did you see him after last night? No. Check my watch. It's 9:50 a.m. The stiffening of the muscles and joints start 4 to 6 hours after death. Knowing that he came to get us at 2 a.m., this knowledge doesn't give us any clues on the time of his death. Well, how about death works? Did you work as a nurse before? I just interviewed a few detectives while we were working. I see. I'll look at his nose again. It's unusual to get It's not unusual for you to get a nosebleed while you're struggling for breath. Did not know that. Okay. His nose looks a bit more crooked than before. Touch the bridge of his nose. Wait, I can move it? Feels like two pieces of bone rubbing against each other as I play with Sokta's nose. What are you doing? His nose is broken. Someone punched him in the face. Is this why he got the nosebleed? Is Vodnik the type of person that punched detectives into tubs and drowned them? That doesn't sound very supernatural. I hear the door of Sokta's room opening. Can't be the Vodnik, right? Who's there? Where's Papa? Pavlo, why are you here? Got curious, I couldn't find you anywhere. So, continuing the investigation, I'll keep Pavlo outside. Sure. Shavlik opens the bathroom door and leaves. Stare at Sokta. Who killed you? Not that you'll answer, right? Try my luck in case you become a ghost and want to answer me by possessing yourself. You look like someone who would become a ghost, though. It's always people who have tons of ego. You're one of them for sure. Don't be shy. Let's say that you took many sedatives, lost your balance while you were bathing, hit your nose on the tub, and then somehow you magically fell into the tub, as if you were bathing again in the exact position. Though I don't think that is the case. He is in a weird position. Like, if he's dead, how is he doing this, like, that's kind of weird. There are hundreds of possibilities, actually. Is it possible to reach a conclusion with my current knowledge? Looks like you created another job for us, Zyvan. Never liked you, you know. You're the epitome of unlikability and... Silver, what are you doing? Cooper, how come I didn't hear you come in? He looks nervous. Did you finish examining the body? Yes. I was never good at dealing with people's emotional states. Should continue investigating, but instead I'm talking with Cooper about it. Stand up and get out of Sokta's bathroom. Okay. Why are you here, Cooper? But I shouldn't leave you alone. I was doing fine. Excuse me for saying this, but I observed correctly. You were talking to Mr. Sokta's body? Anyway, he should be searching the room for clues. Cooper doesn't respond to my attempt of changing the subject. Alright, clue time. So this struck me. Door. There's a dent on the door. Somebody must have hit this for this to happen. I'll keep this in mind. His clothes are folded and placed on the bed. Did he fold his clothes before entering the tub? Inspect each one of them to see if there's something wrong. Miss Silva, I don't think we should do that. Why? Does that count as disrespecting the dead? What could we think if he learned that I played with Sokta's nose? It'd be more disrespectful if we didn't find his killer. Cooper? Yes? His trench coat is wet. Does that mean anything? I take the wet cigarettes and lighter out of the coat pocket. The wet cigarettes are softy mentoloas, as I thought. I guess you won't be using the lighter anymore. I put it into my pocket. Lighter seized. Miss Silver, did you find any evidence? Yes, there are room keys in his pocket. What about the lighter? Is that a piece of evidence? No. Then why'd you take it, Miss Silver? It's a good lighter. Miss Silver, please put it back. Please. Lighter frown away. Oh, that's good. Also, do we have like an evidence? Like an evidence thing? So we have to close the desk. If there's anything notable on the desk. It's not a notebook. See, so this notebook can be behind the desk. It's never to remove to hide his important files in here, though at least it would have thrown off the mundane people. Take it out and see some notes and documents folded inside. I open the cover. I notice that he's used the notebook as a diary too. He's written a few entries using this as a diary. You shouldn't look at them. It may be private. He isn't here to judge us. Miss Silva, do you know what you're saying? It contains some piece of evidence. Besides, he read our mail. No secrets between the borough workers, right? No man becomes a saint just by dying, Cooper. I know. As far as I know, Shrubnik opens his safe every Sunday morning to check if the spare keys are in place. So Willem to find the password of the safe and take the key. If possible, he will put the key back to the safe in every Saturday night. Shrubnik trusts Willem since he's been working here for years. Willem is the one who's staying at the reception counter every Saturday. It must be easy for him to do that. What day is it today, Cooper? Wednesday, Miss Silver. Got my throat. Anyway. Update, he yelled at me when I told him about this. I'll lose all the trust in Mr. Cholopnik invests in me, he said. There's no way of that happening if you don't get caught. Do you want your cousin to die? I replied. He obeyed reluctantly. It's unbelievable how stupid he is. That's horrible. I shrug. That's Sokta. Mr. Film should know about this. Miss Silver, I still think we shouldn't be reading his diary any longer. Keep on reading. I can't sleep tonight, too. Can't find what keeps me awake at night either. Somehow everything bothers me. People usually say that writing down the worries would help, though I doubt it. Doubt everything. Maybe that's the reason why I'm unable to sleep. Or maybe I can't sleep because they took my gun. Schlotnick says that I get some remedy for it, though my only option looks like will put it into a deep sleep. It doesn't relax me to know that I won't be able to wake up in a crisis. It must be nice to sleep without the fear that someone might be killing you any second. So that's why I couldn't find this gun anywhere. This explains a lot. Can we stop reading it? Keep on reading. There's evidence, bro. Can't stop now. Now that I've read Karat's Lair of Silver, I'm even more sure that something suspicious is going on. She doesn't use a language like that to any of us, nor shares information. She even forgot Cooper's name. Maybe the reason Silver got assigned here was because she had a friend in the bag, or in this case, Bureau. It's not good enough to see cases like this, especially in this time of massive unemployment. There's barely any budget to operate a supernatural bureaus. Spending the money for useless international jobs like this just doesn't make any sense. Dacia, okay, there's a new name, also mentioning that she doesn't trust Karat or Silver. I believe she's researching something that might be useful for us to use against their odds. Dacia. I also have no idea who that is. I see. I think we have seen enough of his diary already. We're gonna keep on reading, baby. Oh. So that's, I assume that's like Karat or something? That's either Darcy or that's Darcy, and I have no idea who that is. He looks like what's his name? From Persona 5, the banker guy. There's a picture here. Oh, there's Miss Karat, Miss Sokta, and Mr. Renault. So this is Renault, Sokta, Karat. I believe the person is Dacia, since Sokta is mentioned as she. It's a lovely picture. Looks like it was taken before I started working at the bureau. Notes. There's the same information that Kaikawa wrote, this time in Sokta's handwriting. I assume he made a copy when he read Karat's mail. The note below reads as, tell Willem about Vodnik. Don't forget to reply to Dacia's letter. Okay, so we have a letter now. It's a telegraph that Karat sent him. The one that has information about us coming here. Yeah, it says, look at the telegraph, which clearly says Laura Silver and the Ginger Boy. Oh no. Please tell me this is a joke, Miss Silva. Unfortunately, no. There's the official stamp of the Bureau. Karat is an arrowhead. How did she become the leader of this place, I wonder? Someone knocked on the door. Silva, Cooper, are you done yet? It's Chalupnik's voice. I opened the door. Have you found anything? Not yet, Mr. Chalupnik. May I ask you for a favor first? What is it, Silva? Would you gather everyone in the hotel in the lobby? I see, the culprit must be one of us, after all. Wonder if I can make Mr. Chalupnik believe in the existence of a supernatural being. I'll be searching the backyard for a while. I'll join you after that. Chalupnik raises an eyebrow. How can we be sure you won't run away? If you're the culprit, it'd be easy for you to leave the crime scene. I'll leave Cooper here. What, Mr. I'm not saying that you could just leave behind. If I ran away, you could reach me through Cooper. We work at the same bureau. Besides, he has the car keys. Well, fair enough. Miss Silva. I'll be back soon, Cooper. I went downstairs. The water was supposed to be cut off. Then how did the culprit fill Sokta's bathtub? Someone must have entered the boiler room to open the valves and must have closed them back after killing Sokta. Mr. Chalupnik must have seen the person entering the boiler room if he had been at the reception all night, like he said. But he never mentioned seeing Cooper entering the boiler room at all, did he? Didn't even mention hearing anything either. It is true that he has hearing problems because of his days in the war. He must be able to see, unless look around at the metal door that leads to the boiler room, except this door. I stand near the door and look at the reception desk. I can't see it properly. The wall is blocking my sight. Now that I understand why Chalupnik hasn't seen the culprit enter the boiler room. It's on his blind spot. I push the iron door, but it doesn't exactly bulge. Bulge? Oops. Budge. Is it locked? I press my ear against the door. Hear faint sounds of splashing. Does that mean the boiler room is flooded? Is the boiler room flooded? It means that the clues are lost. Was Vodnik the one who murdered Sokta? Closed valves to prevent his access to the hotel, but might have exploded the pipes while entering here. It could explain why the boiler room is underwater. If he damaged the pipes, it would explain why the water is still off. I push the door again. It won't budge. I need to ask Chalupnik to open this door. I give up on the water take for now and go to the backyard. Then you find that pot. There's something suspicious about how it disappeared. So she's talking about it last night in her room, how that just disappeared. Oh, so I'm out of Mountain Dew. So that's how am I going to be a gamer now? Here it is. Our pot shattered, just like me. Okay. I crouch to take a closer look. Though, even if this confirms that the pot certainly did fall down, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Only a heavy storm would have caused this pot to fall down, and there wasn't one last night. Interesting. Should see if there's any clues in the backyard. Wait, is that a child on the ground? This isn't a comfortable place to sit. Is he sleeping? Isn't this the daughter? There's no way he jumped down from Sokta's balcony out here to kill him, right? As far as I remember, the Vodnik can't shapeshift, so at least it eliminates the possibility of him being the Vodnik. I won't assume little children are culprits as long as they don't behave suspiciously. I crouch next to the child. Hey. No reply. He's well dressed. Looks like he's from a rich family. So this is a boy. I thought this looks like the daughter. Hey. No response. I hold his shoulder and shake him. You can't be dead, right? Did the Vodnik kill a child too? Close my hand over his nose and mouth. I can't sense any breathing. He opens his eyes. What are you doing? Oh, got the black gloves. Why are you here? You answered my question first. I was checking if you are alive. Well, as you can see, if a person opens their eyes, it's obvious that they are alive. Yes. Yes, is that it? Why are you here? First, you must ask who I am, commoner. Then we can talk. Commoner? Who are you? I am Erie von Gildren. I would say that it's nice to meet you, but you haven't told me your name yet. I'm Laura Silver. That's cool. What is? Your name. But my hair color was being checked out. You also have golden hair, don't you? Like your surname? He stops and looks down. Am I wrong? It isn't golden, he mutters. It's just another tone of yellow. That's not something to be down about, is it? Anyway, I'm going to call you Silva. Sure, I'll be calling you Yuri? No, Yuri would be like a Y here, right? Yuri? That's okay with you? Even though being called casually as that is a bit infuriating, I guess my friends with an inferior or wouldn't hurt my pride. I sigh. Why aren't you getting up here? Uri? I don't fucking know. None of your business, Silva. A peasant like you should know when to leave the king alone. Isn't your family worried about you? Stares then again. I guess he likes me. Get up here and get some rest in the hotel. I am not a child. What are you? I'm the king of Hanover. Hanover? What are you doing in Czechoslovakia? Each sound's coming from the right. Is there something in the bushes? Silva, pick me up. Huh? Harry, it is coming. What? Explain later. Just get me out of here. Hearing the rustle? I guess I should pick the kid up and rush inside. Am I curious what is there? Of course I am. We can't investigate for now. Now when there's a kid with me, I'm a responsible adult. Will you hurry up? Pick up Yuri and start jogging back to the hotel. You alright, Yuri? Yes. Did that thing hurt you? Go faster, Silva. Do I look like a horse to you? Even though Yuri had multiple layers of clothing on him, his wrists were freezing. How long has he been sitting out there? I have to ask you a lot of questions. Okay. Everyone's gathered at the lobby except for Mr. Chlupt. See Willem sitting on the couch, staring at the void. Mr. Chlupt didn't see anyone enter the hotel last night. So that leaves Miss Blanket, Mr. Willem, Mr. Chlupt, Miss Silver, and myself. This means we have 5 suspects. Make that 6. Excuse me. Child my arm starts to struggle in panic. What kind of treacherous ambush is this? I'm joking, dear. Calm down. Put Yuri on the ground. He balances himself on his feet. He looks like he's having a hard time doing that. Still grasping onto my arm. So a problem with his legs. You're not funny. Miss Silva, who is that child? I'm von Geldren. I thought you weren't a child. I found him sleeping in the backyard. I wasn't sleeping, I was exploring. Right. What an adorable young boy. I might be cute, but I'm pretty dangerous. Oh my. Where is Mr. Chlupt? He told us that he would like to spend some time with Pavla before coming down here. I see. So while we wait for Mr. Chlupt to come, I crash down to look Yuri in the eye. So, who was following you, Yuri? No one important. He was being followed by someone, Silva. I heard a rustling in the bushes. I presume he was. Yuri isn't making eye contact with me when a stubborn child. So you are a king? You mentioned that you were a king. I'm the king of Hanover, or Von Geldren. Here, Miss Verabova, giggle. I say that because I completely forgot her first name. Helga? No, it's not Helga. And what is the king of Hanover doing here? Commoner like you shouldn't meddle in royal business, Silver. You know your place. What are we dealing with here, your majesty? None of your business, peasant. Young lad, where are you so home? What did you say? I simply asked where. I am not some young lad. Kappa gasps. So I've always said that I'm from Hanover. How'd you come here? By myself. Huh? Capable of doing things like that. Rather solve a murder mystery while I'd rather solve a murder case while juggling knives and deal with this kid right now. I stand up. Cooper, do you have who is the current king of Hanover? Hanover doesn't have a king. What? What's wrong with it, Silva? Come to the kingdom of Hanover. It's currently a part of the Germans, as far as I know. Looks like I have to do some reading on history. Anyway, where's Mr. Chalupnik? We shouldn't lose any time. Before that, Miss Silva, Blanca. Blanca. I got it. Yes, Miss Blanca? Are you aware Mr. Chalupnik doesn't believe in the supernatural? I am. So without doubt, he thinks that someone in this hotel has done it. What did you say? I can say that, yes. I also think it's one of us, Miss Silva. I don't know yet. We have to hold a meeting. We also have to look at Vodnik's toy shop. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. Uri squeezes my arm. I agree, but Miss Silva, we all know the water was cut off. The fact that the bathtub was full is scaring me. The killer must have opened the valves back again, then closed them after killing Sudoka, but... What happened here, Silva? Yuri, shush. I just want to know what happened. If you tell us what's been following you, we will. He doesn't reply. Silva, what is the explanation of this? We are waiting for you, Mr. Chalupnik. You can see that. Who is this child? Found him in the backyard. Where is his family? I think he doesn't have one. He might have been a runaway. Okay. We must take him back to his home, Silva. What were you thinking when you brought him in here? He was running away from something, Mr. Chalupnik. I couldn't leave him defenseless against possible danger. He was running away from what? He hasn't told us yet. We just picked him up and ran. Circumstances demanded so. We can take care of him after the police arrive. It'll be safer for him that way. Alright. Are you talking about me? This man wants to know who you are. I'm Uri von Geldrin, the king of Hanover. For a handshake, nice to meet you, fellow king. I'm also the king of this area. Jindrik Kalupnik. Yuri shakes his hand. Nice to meet you too. I hope that our countries will be peaceful terms in the future. Chalupnik nods. He's actually like surprisingly good with kids. I didn't expect that. However, I see that you're wearing my daughter's gloves, Your Royal Highness. But Yuri squeezes my arm harder. I don't want a war to start for a reason like this. But the princess might not be as understanding as I am. Kleptic looks at me. Silva, you said you would do your best to deliver my daughter's gloves back to her, yes? Is this the right time for this? We were just about to start the meeting. Mr. Chalupnik stares at me. I don't think it would be appropriate for a child to be present during this meeting. You can go to the Pavlov's room, but not when he's wearing her gloves. These are my gloves. I want to start the meeting as soon as possible. I crouched down again. Yuri, let me take a look at your hand. No. Cooper, show me your sketch. Right away, Miss Silva. Cooper opens his notebook after a brief pause. It's identical, look. So she might just have similar pair. These are my gloves. Silva, you can't blame me for something I haven't done. It'll be a problem for us if Pavlov thinks Uri's the thief. After all, Chalupnik's beastly daughter would never forgive him. Be honest with me, Yuri. He pouts. So, Silva, I want to talk about this with you in private. I can't handle being in the same room with so many peasants. You can whisper into my ear. Won't they hear? Not if you speak softly. He bent down. Silva. Yes? Would you help me? How? How? I'm the one who took them, but I can't give the gloves back. What is it, Yer? She's surprisingly good with this kid. This is weird. She was so bad with the other one. Why is that, Yer? It's about the Vodnik you mentioned. Looks like everyone I met has something going on with the Vodnik. Wonder if he lives nearby. I can't detail just yet. He looks out the window at the bushes where I met him. Please, let me keep the gloves, Silva. If I do that, will you tell me what you know? He nods. What exactly will you tell me? He raises his voice. You mentioned a meeting. It must be important. I'll wait until it ends. He's trying to buy some time. As long as he tells me where the Vodnik lives, it's fine by me. I stand up. Mr. Chalobnik, please, I'll buy her another pair of gloves. She'll make a fuss over it. Better buy her better ones now, Silva. I nod. Appreciate the fact you didn't make this a huge deal. Do we start the meeting now? Chalobnik sighs. King, I can't have you listen to our talks. I'm 200 years old. You're like a baby to me. Uri drops himself on the couch. I know everything the world has to offer. I'm more accustomed to death than any of you. He smiles. I won't budge. Chalobnik takes Boys into his arms. What are you doing? Taking you to Pavla. You'll play with her until our job is finished. No, you can't do that. I'll return and listen to you. Then I'll take you back to Pavla's room until you learn to sit still. Maybe you'll return her gloves too. These are my gloves. Silva, come here and save me. And watches he is taken upstairs. What did he tell you, Miss Silver? The kid knows something. How? What following him might be the Vodnik. He knows where he is. Did he tell you anything? I shake my head. These are just assumptions. He might have been trying to deceive me too. I don't know it just yet. I don't think a child this age is that prone to lying, Miss Silver. He's different. I can sense it. He seemed like a regular child to me. It's true that he's a smart one, though. What kind of difference are you talking about? I don't know. I see Mr. Chalobnik walking down the stairs. We start the meeting. Finally. What are we doing on time? Alright, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Hopefully we can get to like a stopping point soon, like a scene change, and then I'll probably call it a night. Mr. Chalobnik, do you make sure that the children won't be interrupting the meeting? Sokta's room is already locked. Other than that, I don't think they will be coming downstairs. It seems like they were getting along. I doubt it, though. I'm sure Yura won't be coming downstairs. He has a problem with walking. He won't be using the stairs with ease. I sigh. So can we start the meeting? Yes, Miss Silva. I cough a few times to get everyone's attention. I believe everyone here knows why we're having this meeting. Most likely, one of us is the culprit. I take a deep breath. I believe Sokta was drowned. However, he also has a nose injury, which could mean that he might have gotten punched in the face before he was drowned. He doesn't have any other visible injuries. I know that the murder happened recently between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. I'm gonna go with Blanca. I was in the room sleeping. Okay, what did you do right after you woke up? When was the last time you saw Mr. Sokta? What is your room number? What's your room number? What's your room number, Miss Blanca? I'm sleeping on one of the rooms on the ground floor, Miss Silva. I believe they aren't numbered. Oh, we can ask any of these. Okay, what did you do right after you woke up? I did my hair and got dressed. I wanted to wash my face, but there was no water. I thought that there was a problem with the tap of my sink. When I left my room to report this to Mr. Chalobnik, Willem called me to talk to you. When did you wake up? My schedule is kinder when the hotel is off season. I wake up at 8 a.m. I see. When was the last time you saw Mr. Sokta? Yesterday afternoon. What was he doing when you saw him? I don't know. I saw him in the lobby and we exchanged greetings. You think he might have done it? What do you think about the case, Blanca? I know everything in the hotel, Miss Silva, and I know you're a nice person too. What do you mean? You know what I am trying to say, Miss Silva. She looks meaningful at my pocket. I assume the notebook is sticking out. So she thinks the Vodnik did it. Okay. No, it's not to him. I just assumed that it was going to be like an interrogation, and we weren't going to get the other dialogue option for some reason. I don't know. That's what I thought. So, Chalobnik, what were you doing at 2 a.m.? I was at the reception desk the whole night. Did you notice anything suspicious? Nothing concerning what happened last night, but I had to lock the boiler room door. The boiler room? The water must have started flowing for a brief period in the night, and the pipes couldn't handle the pressure. It's not something that should concern you. It happens frequently in the winter. Last year, the lobby flooded several times because of it. It's a good thing we installed the metal door. At least it keeps the water inside. When's the last time you saw Sokta? Last night when you came to greet both of you. What is your room number? My room on the ground floor. It stays near the entrance. What do you think of the case? I know that either Blanca or Willem are able to commit a murder. Are you blaming me or Cooper? Cooper looks like a nice fellow too. Are you suspicious of me? Klubnik shrugs. I won't say anything until we find any evidence. Mr. Chalopnik, I'm sure Miss Silver didn't do it. Why, did you two spend the night together? No. And you can't be sure, Cooper. You should choose who to trust wisely. Thanks for your cooperation. Okay. Willem, what were you doing at 2 a.m.? Miss Silver, I think it's obvious that Willem didn't do it. Sending him to his room without making him a part of his investigation would be better. Miss Blanca, did you murder Zyvan Sedota? Oh no, how could I? Do you think Kolupnik did it? No. Do you think Mia Cooper did it? I think you're both kind people. Kindness does not bring innocence with it. I also assume you're not blaming Pavla or Yuri. Of course not. I whisper into her ear. I also think the Vodnik is the culprit. However, we have to evaluate the facts first. I had to check that everyone's accounts are consistent. I just thought we should leave Willem out of this. I can see why you want that, Miss Blanca, but there's a chance that he is the murderer. I don't want to ignore that. She nods. I understand, Miss Silva. She steps back, observing us from a distance. Willem, what is it? Willem, what were you doing at 2 a.m. this morning? 2 a.m.? Pretty sure I was asleep. What did you do right after you woke up? I went downstairs and had a talk with Mr. Chalupnik before going to the dining hall. When do you wake up in the mornings? 7 a.m. I have to serve breakfast at 8:30 a.m. When the hotel isn't off season. I wake up at 6 a.m. So you're in your room between 2 and 7. Yes. Mr. Chalupnik, can you confirm that you've talked to Mr. Willem this morning? I can. We talked about the weather and how we always talk about the weather every morning. Willem smiles. You feel so distant now, like it happened months ago. When was the last time you saw Zivin? You stay silent. Do you mean his corpse or alive? Yesterday afternoon. What was he doing? What was he doing when you saw him? What the heck? I just got a pop-up saying virus protection. Weird. Taking a stroll in the hotel? Did he do that often? Almost every day. Looks like Zivin did nothing else except for occupy space in this hotel. Who do you think might have done it? Oh, the music stopped. I'm not a person you need to ask. Pardon me? I don't want to blame the guest, but I'm almost sure that it was you. And why is that? It's obvious the man dies the night you come here. He's got a point. I don't have an alibi either. I'm the perfect suspect. I also know that you're hiding your real job from us. I don't think that you would reveal it to get rid of suspicion. I also think that being a detective doesn't get rid of any suspicion. He grimaces. Seems like my snark isn't appreciated. Too bad. So tell me how I did it. You may have someone stolen my keys, or picked his lock, or slipped in from the balcony. The balcony? The lock was broken, remember? What was I thinking? I never checked the balcony door. Sokta could have requested a different room if he had noticed the lock on the balcony door was broken. Could it be that the culprit broke it last night? When was the lock broken? I'm not sure. I never thought of checking while Zyvan was staying there. I see. Tell me more about my balcony break-in. You got in from the balcony, and Zyvan was taking a shower at that time, so you went to his bathroom, punched him in the face. Though it would explain what happened to his nose, the water would cut off. So he couldn't have been showering. I guess. And then, You think Zervin died from a broken nose? I don't know. Did you strangle him? I may have drowned him too. We found him in the tub. It's sort of obvious. What sort of game is this, Silva? It's a mystery game being live streamed at the Young Link Society. You have a point. Excuse me? You see, our hands consider the balcony as an entrance to his room. You're an extraordinary detective, I must say. And entering from the balcony, lockpicking, stealing Willem's keys. Huh? You said I couldn't have taken your keys. Your Ahsoka's room keys. I gave them to you when you were about to shoot his door, though. It happened a few minutes ago, Silva. Right, you're the one that has his spare keys, right? Yes. At least I was supposed to be the only one. That's good to know. You think I'm the culprit? No? At least not yet. What do you mean? So a bit too early, the pointing fingers. He huffs. Yes, Cooper, what do you think about all this? Cooper? Yes, Miss Silva? What do you think? Oh, I don't know. I don't think that Mr. Willem is in a healthy state of mind right now. So I'm wondering about what Mr. Klepnik would say about... I wasn't asking about the well-being of the hotel folk. Who do you think killed Sokta? I assume it was likely the Votnik, Miss Silva. How? He may have drowned Miss Silva in the tub. This seems important, so I'm going to save real fast. Meeting 59? What does that mean? Okay. Actually, what do all the numbers mean anyway? 264, 417, 59? Weird. I don't think it was Vodnik. It's quite obvious that Sokta was drowned, though. Then that means the culprit was one of us. Can we talk about our clues, Miss Silva? I think we can read somewhere with them. I don't know who the culprit is. That's probably like a bonus ending if you've been in the game already and don't who've done it. Sure, let's sign them up then. I'll go first. The full tub. Broken lock on the balcony door. The dent on the bathroom door. Oh, also soaked his broken nose. The wet trench coat. Javier. I guess that's all of that then. Oh, I guess that's all of them, Miss Silva. What would you want to start with? The full tub. Mr. Sokta was drowned in the full tub. He closed the valves yesterday, and we checked it. That means someone must have entered the boiler room and opened the valves back again. You might have been followed. Sokta had said that the walls were thin. People might have heard us. Mr. Chlebnik's ears aren't that well, but he might have seen you entering the boiler room. I'm sure I was in this blind spot, Miss Silva. He's surprisingly sneaky considering his orange attire. Got an achievement? Believe it. Okay then, the culprit killed Sokta in this tub, drowning him. However, the water is still off, Miss Silva. Then we can assume that the killer went back to the boiler room and smashed some of the pipes. Because, well, the boiler room is underwater. But if the culprit was to smash the pipes, like you said, they would be all wet. That's right. Richard Chlebnik destroying the pipes is unexpectedly fitting, and also quite amusing. Let's talk about the other clue. What about Sokta's broken nose? Actually, wait, they could have been wet. Because of the coat. They could have, Actually, no, that doesn't make sense, does it? Because we're assuming that he died after they did the pipes. So Cooper goes down to the pipes and he closes them. Then, according to this fairy, someone else comes with him, but he's unaware and then reopens the pipes. And then Sokta can take a bath, which in turn is where he's, drowned. So... The wet coat would... Maybe Sokta did it. Maybe Sokta went down with his wet coat. Went down wearing his clothes, his coat. With no one noticing. Changes the pipes. Then he takes a bath and then he's killed. Then presumably... But how does that explain the flooding? I don't know. I didn't partake in the examination of the corpse, so I never offer any insight on this, Miss Silver. This nose was broken, that's all. What do you think about it? It's the damage inflicted by the culprit. It is a possibility. We might have hit his nose on the solid surface while he was struggling against the culprit, too. The door! He must have hit his nose on the door. It's true that there was a huge dent on the door. Good job, Cooper. To have his head smashed against a door so hard that it created a dent would leave anyone with a broken nose. He must have quite a sturdy head, Sokta. The doors of the bathroom open outward, too. So the killer must have been in the bathroom before Sokta was. How could that happen? Does sound a bit off, Miss Silva. Let's say the killer entered the room. How would they enter the bathroom? The killer entered the room, so Mr. Sokta would have been awakened. Good point. After seeing Sokta awake, they might have panicked and entered the bathroom. Sokta, now awake, would try to coerce the culprit out of the bathroom. The culprit then might have used the outward opening of the door to hurt him. So they broke Sokka's nose with the door. Quite nice. Shall we think of other clues, Miss Silver? Let's talk about the balcony door. Mr. Sokka hasn't read anything about this in his journal. If he was an avid smoker, that means he would have already noticed the issue. If he knows the issue, he would have immediately told Mr. Chlupnik to get it fixed, or he would want to get his room changed. This means the lock must have been broken very recently. What do you think, Miss Silver? The killer might have entered from the balcony, or got out. The balcony door only locks from the inside. The culprit might have easily unlocked the balcony door to leave. There's no need to break it. Miss Silver, you were sitting right next to Mrs. Sudoka. Did you hear anything? Wait. Actually, this morning, the flower pot on my balcony fell off. I woke up by the sound of it. I checked the balcony and there was no one to be found. What would the culprit do in your balcony, Miss Silver? Maybe you were supposed to be the victim. No, that can't be it. My balcony was a simple step to reach Sokka's room. The killer got out of the room next to me. They jumped to my room, then to Sokka's afterwards. This makes sense. If Mr. Villain was able to obtain the spare keys for Mr. Sokka's room, it would be possible for them to get to the room with one of one's keys. Exactly. When did you wake up, Miss Silver? It was around 8:30 when I heard the noise coming from the balcony. We went downstairs to meet with Mr. Chlupnik around 8:40. The Miss Villain and Miss Blanca arrived around 9. Then it's more likely that the culprit was getting out when they dropped my pot. However, it is alright to assume that. The pot might have fallen because of the wind, too. It can't be. Miss Silver, they were quite heavy. And it wasn't windy last night. I see. This means the culprit used the balcony of room 101, then jumped to yours. After that, they jumped to Sokka's balcony. They broke the lock and entered the room. After killing Sokka. They used the same route to return. But of course they dropped my pot in this moment. They might have entered from Sokka's door. The locks to the balcony door would easily be opened from inside. There's no need for them to break the balcony's lock if they were going to enter from the door. I see. So can we assume Mr. Villain isn't a suspect? Why? Is it because he has the spare keys? Yes, Miss Silva. Wouldn't he enter the room if he had them in the first place? And then he could just return them to the safe. Actually, wait, no, he couldn't because it's on Saturday. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm just a reader. Don't worry. Maybe his aim was from another hotel worker for the murder. So he broke the lock of the balcony door to make us believe someone else entered the room. Then why would he leave the door from the balcony? Why would he would use the regular door? That's true. So Mr. Villain can't be the culprit. That will leave us with Mr. Chlupnik And Miss Blanca, then? Why aren't you counting Yuri or Plava? They are kids. Good thinking. They have short legs that they can't perform balcony hopping. I didn't mean it like that. That they're a more logical approach, Miss Silver. And they're still the Vodnik, possibly. Cooper. Right. Actually, is everyone just listening to us talking about it? Because, like, everyone's still in this room, right? They didn't leave. Last but not least, we have the wet trench coat. While they were drying, Sukta the Cooper wore his trench coat in order not to get wet. That will explain the whole issue about the wet trench coat. Then the culprit can't be Mr. Chalupnik. Yes, he's too big to wear it. So it's Blanca. Or the Vodnik. What I can't understand is, if Blanca wanted to kill Sokka, why wouldn't she pick an easier route? Why the balconies? Why the tub? Maybe she was trying to frame the Vodnik. After all, it looks like the Vodnik did it at first glance, followed through the pipes to get rid of the person who was investigating him. Mr. Sokka's nose might have just been an accident in the culprit's plan. Do you disagree, Miss Silver? It sounded like the best option available, Cooper. Well done. I'm honored. The traffic cop isn't as dumb as he seems. He probably actually is as dumb as he seems, but he's getting lucky. He's like me in every situation. All right. However, I haven't gotten a single idea on why she decided to frame the Vodnik. It might be something about their past. The culprit might not be Blanca. Two people at the hotel might have plotted together. We know that Mr. Willem is one of them, because if so, they would have entered from the door. And if Mr. Trebek and Miss Blanca were the ones to kill Mr. Sokta, the whole incident about the bathroom door wouldn't have happened. We'd agree on the fact that Mr. Chalupnik has enough strength to pin Mr. Sokta down. There would be no need for him to enter the bathroom. Right. So, it's either Miss Blanca or the Vodnik. I mean, or an outside presence? Maybe? I don't know. No, I feel like this whole plan would need someone on the inside, like someone that had immense knowledge of the hotel for that to work. What are we going to do now, Miss Silver? I'll talk with Miss Blanca. I'm trying to make her talk into meaning that he... That's a typo. That's a she. I'll join you, Miss Silver. You can go and wait with Yuri until I come join you. I can't do that. If Blanca's killer and she tries to harm you, I have a gun, Cooper. I can win against her. But if something happens, in that case, take Yuri and go find the Vodnik. You can complete our mission on your own. Took her out to give you my list, alright? I can't do that, Miss Silva. You can. I can't tell him that the real reason I don't want him to stay here is that I may use my gun to threaten Blanca. I can't tell him it wouldn't be something Cooper would approve of. It'd be best for me, Cooper. Try to understand me. He sighs. Silver, you're a loose cannon, but you get results. He sighs. All right, Miss Silva. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you, Koopa. I wait until he is out of sight. Okay. I was gonna stop after this, but like, here's the thing. I don't know how long. Why is it rotating like that? I don't know how long this game is, because I usually use the website How Long to Beat for streams and figuring out how long a game is. Weirdly enough, this game is not on their website. They have like extremely obscure games that I've never heard of that I just randomly find on there, but they don't have this, which is weird. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, okay. Miss Blanca, may I talk to you in private? Of course, Miss Silva. Try to confuse her, humor Sukta. Let's like slowly, let's not go straight into threatening. She looks confused. What do you mean, Miss Silva? You should confess while you have the chance. How could someone like me commit such a crime? Vodnik must have given you some tips. Do you even have a chance to struggle? Or let's not... You worked with him before, he could have shown you how to drown a man. I worked with that person before he became a Vodnik, then I ran away. I don't want to be associated with that man anymore. Ooh. I grew up listening to the stories of the Vodnik. When I saw him after he changed, I knew immediately that the creature in front of me was a Vodnik. Was that the reason you ran away? Yes. She seems confident. Okay. This is honestly really cool. This is like a really cool like setup for this. Can you describe how the Vodnik look like? Can you describe how the Vodnik looked like? He was demon-like, a wild sea beast. Green skin and fish-like eyes. That correlates with the information I have. Okay, she looks disturbed? Yes. How? He tried to strangle me. How did you fight back? I pretended that I lost consciousness and waited until he stopped strangling me. That's professional. I wonder if Sota thought of the same thing while he was being drowned. Wait. What if Miss Blanca noticed that? Killed him anyway, and now is telling us exactly how she did it. How sly. After he let me go, I opened the window, jumped out, and ran. Is he not as fast on the ground than he is in the water? I believe so. You're lying. What makes you think so, Miss Silver? You're lying. Something in your behavior just ticks me off. I'm just trying to help. Would you let me know what is wrong? Look. No, you're the one who killed him. Don't make things harder for me. Silver, I understand if you're stressed because you lost your coworker. What I care about is the fact that losing him isn't helping me, since you're the one who killed him. But I didn't kill him. It helped me if the culprit was the Vodnik. Silver, I'm trying to make you understand is the fact that, of course, you won't say that. You committed the murder to make me believe that the Vodnik did it. Weren't you hoping that you'd finally get people to believe you and help you finally get rid of him? It's obvious. Stop lying. I'm not lying, Miss Silva. Please understand I have no reason to kill Mr. Sota. I just stated your reason. You don't have to raise your voice. Maybe it is your own inability that you couldn't find solid proof. Are you admitting it? I didn't do it, Miss Silver. There's only that childish. Alright, that did not go well. At least I don't think it went well. Maybe the game will be like, we did it! I pulled out my gun. I know you are the culprit. Why do you have a... Did you do it? Answer me. I didn't. The Vodnik is the one who killed Sota. Tell the truth. What are you doing, Silva? Put the gun down. Miss Silva, we can talk about this. I won't put this gun down until she admits it. I'm not the one. Are you thick, Silva? I forgot how much of an amazing insult thick is. Forgot about that. The woman's been saying the same thing since the beginning. I am my gun and villain. Silver, calm down. You're being disrespectful to Sota. He's probably still upstairs and rotting. Oh, really? You don't say, Mr. Chalupnik. What would I do if you weren't here to state the obvious? I felt a blow on my head. I fall down and open my eyes. Visions of Blanca holding a chair. Did she? Lucifer, I apologize, but I can't have you disturb the peace in this hotel. Did she hit me with a chair? When I get up, I'll make you regret you were born. Unbelievable. I look at my hand. Where's my gun? Oh, there you are. I reach for my gun. Blanca hit her again. Jesus. I open my eyes. I don't have the gun on me. My hands, they're cuffed, and then they persuade Cooper into joining them. Damn it. I kick the bed. Police should be here any second now, and I'm sure that snake called Willem will make them believe I'm the culprit. They wouldn't lock me up without proof, right? I was supposed to take care of the Vodnik. Stefan's death wasn't even within the range of my job description. I should find a way to run away from here. Find the Vodnik. Yes, that sounds about right. I'll think about the details on the road. I stand up, reaching for the balcony door. Did they not cover it to anything? The lock is broken. Okay, now I just have to jump. Shouldn't be that hard, and you're only jumping for the second floor, after all. You climb the railing of the balcony and jump. Oh! End number 3. Early death. Did she just jump off the building? End number 3. But how did she manage to die from a fall of just 2 stories? It's insane how fragile human bodies are. I'm sure you could find a solution to this, right? You know you have to. Okay. Huh. So we're dealing with multiple endings. Okay. You know, that was really good. I like that. I hope whoever was in, or the viewer is, enjoyed it too. You know, we're not done with it. I need to look up how many endings there are. Hopefully. Oh, in memory of Sue Mark. Delp in our free time as 3 friends. There'll be more to come. Please press escape to exit. Okay. Alright. What's this? Is there like a art contest? Okay, wait. Is there like a... Huh. That's cool. I assume we get more of these as the game goes on. Is there like a way for me to check what ending I got? I know I got number 3 because it said so. I guess not. Huh. Okay then. That was interesting. I like that. I'm just thinking about the murder. Like, who could have done it, man? Anyways, we went for 2.5 hours. That's semi-impressive for me. Anyway. Huh. Well, I guess we have more. I don't know if we'll do another round of this next time, or we'll do Mega Man 4. I'm not exactly sure. But that was interesting. That was really interesting. I like that. Anyways, I'm going to be signing out for tonight. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. We're either going to be streaming more Misadventures of Laura Silver or Mega Man 4, like I said. Those are the 2 current games on the schedule. And yeah, I have Twitter, and I'm also the creator of the webcomic Rebecca. I have a brand new chapter coming out next week. pretty excited about it. I think it's honestly my best one yet. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. And I hope you'll show up tomorrow for more of Laura Silver or whatever else I end up playing. Thank you so much for coming out.